అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. నమో నమః. సర్వేభ్యో నమస్కారः. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. Today is the fourth day of our classes series of lectures on Mahabharata by Dr. Karanam Nagaraja garu. Today is the fourth day and we have one more session during next week, that is on next Wednesday. Let us start this session by paying respects to our country, reciting Vande Mataram, and then Prarthana. Let us request Chala Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaj Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Subrajyosna Pulakitayamini, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini, Suhasini, Sumadhura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Thank you so much. Now let us request Ramyashri garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Andarki namaskaram. We'll start with 1 minute meditation. Thank you. Now Omkaram. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु। ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।
హరి ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమ. ధన్యవాదములండి రమేష్ శ్రీ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. వెరీ వెల్ చాంటెడ్. నౌ లెట్ us request our Guruji Karanam Nagaraja Rao garu to start the webinar, please.
शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Shubhodayam. Good morning to every one of you. Today is the fourth day of our class, Mahabharata class. Today also we'll be telling a known story, of course, a known story, but that is to be understood from a different perspective. Maybe in that particular aspect, whether one has looked at it or not, I don't know. That is the reason why. The question is, what is to be done for Dhanam? How Dhanam has to be given? Because in the series of lectures, what we have done is some sketches there. In the first day, the introduction part was over, what exactly Mahabharata contains. Second day, what we discussed was something what we can call Dharma Sushmata, which is Dharma and which is Adharma, how to distinguish and all these things we have seen. Third day, again, Hidimba Bhima, we discussed a little aspects of what we called Rajaniti, we discussed, and also we also discussed what is called that's Kama and also love, the distinction, Kama and also the lust. These two things we try to distinguish these two things with reference to Hidimba and also Shurpanakha, something on that nature. Yesterday we discussed it. And many other issues also we discussed in this. What is Apad Dharma? Whether to follow the principles and tenets of the scriptures at all times scrupulously, or sometimes a deviation can be done. A deviation can be done for the good of the society as a whole. And who is eligible for doing all those things? These type of issues we discussed. Today I would like to discuss one more aspect. The aspect is that of what is called Dhanam. Dhanam is charity. That is translated as charity. I don't think any other word is there for Dhanam. Instead of using charity, I will be using the word Dhanam throughout from now onwards. Well, charity means giving something to some other person. If anybody is going to come and ask you, you give something to that person. That is called, we call it as a charity nowadays, but it is a dhanam. How a dhanam has to be done? There are three types of dhanams mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Satvika dhanam, rajasika dhanam, and tamasika dhanam. These three types of dhanams dhanam we will be trying to discuss with reference to three stories again. Three stories, if possible, two stories, if time not doesn't permit, at least two stories. One is, where is my time? I will be keeping here. First one is the story of Dadiji. The second one is that of Shibi Chakravarti. The third one is that of Karna. All the three things we will be discussing. Here, my appeal to all of you is that many persons will be having a lot of love. I don't know why it is towards Karna. Majority of the people nowadays will be having special love for Karna. That special love and all these things, let us first empty our mind that Karna is a great person or inferior person, whatever it may be. Those type of things we have to remove it aside. The cinema story also we have to keep it aside. And then whatever that is there written down in Veda Samskruti, that only we need to take into consideration and evaluate the personality of Karna, evaluate the personality of Dadhichi, and evaluate the personality of Shivi Chakravarti. And ultimately the takeaway is how Dhanam has to be done. That is more important instead of discussing the personalities. That is the aim here. So here, first initially I will be starting with a little story, because story aspect I will not be discussing deep with regard to the Dadi and Dadichi and Shibi Chakravarti. In Krita Yuga, we are having 4 yugas in Krita Yuga, then Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. In Krita Yuga, there was Asura by name Vruttasura. This Vruttasura was the chief commandant of the Daityas, and he was making a lot of hindrance to the dharmic rhythm of the society that was happening. Dharmic rhythm is actually he was destroying what is all yajnas, yagas and all these things. He was not allowing good things happen in the world as a whole. He was trying to take the ablutions that are being given to the gods for himself only. He actually waged a war with the devas and also he defeated them. So all these things were happening, and gods were actually afraid what will happen to the society as a whole. That was the situation. See, the thing is that here sometimes we will be feeling that why anybody should favor the devas. That is also not like that. How we have to understand devas is that devas are actually the personalities that are created by Chaturmukha Brahma, that was created by Chaturmukha Brahma for the purpose of giving some boon to the common people. If Indra or Varuna is there, rain will come. Agni is there, fire will be there. Some other wind god is there, Vayu Devata is there, wind will be there. Like that, each and every person will be in charge of one particular aspect. Because of this reason, they are called gods. Other than that, if gods are destroyed, what will happen? We will not be getting rain and all these things. Rain we don't get, fire will not be there in the houses. These are some what is called dharmic rhythm will get destroyed. This is the idea. Beyond that, gods something like that, other persons are not something like that. It is not the distinction. Purpose of preserving the rhythm in the dharmic society is more important here. So here, the gods actually afraid not of themselves, but something is going to happen for the society as a whole. This Vruttasura is controlling everything. He is taking the ablutions, means the power of the devatas will get reduced. They can't give the boons to the common people. So that was the background. They went to Brahmadeva and asked what we should do. Then he suggested one thing, because this Vruttasura is a great asura. He is having lot of boons. He was having lot of boons. Those aspects I am not discussing. How he will be dying, what are the boons he was having, and those type of things I am not discussing. Anyway, he suggested you go to any rishi who has stood erectly for more than 1,000 years, like that. This backbone, if you take out, this backbone is immersed in tapas for thousands of years. Because of this reason, that will be having lot of strength. that type of weapon you need to, that type of backbone you need to take it out, and that has to be molded into a weapon. That weapon can destroy this Vrittasura. No other weapon can destroy Vrittasura. So immediately they searched for the entire world, and they found one rishi by name Dadiji. Immediately they came down, prayed to him, and he also opened his eyes. And then they asked, then he was also asking, all devas have come here. What exactly you are expecting from me? What is the thing that I can do for you? Then they said, Swami, it is a Deva Karyam. For the purpose, what we need is that we need this backbone of a person who stood erect for thousands of years in tapas. That backbone alone can destroy that Vrittasura. Can you spare your backbone like that? So Dadichi thought for a while, it is for Loka Kalyanartham I am doing this, what is called this Dhanam, I am giving this Dhanam. It is as good as it beyond that what I can get. So immediately he thought, what is the purpose of my life without doing some Loka Kalyanam? So my tapas will go waste unless I do some Loka Kalyanam. So now that has come in the form of these gods. So immediately he reduced himself into ashes by virtue of his Yoga Shakti. And then that backbone remains like that only. So Indra took out that backbone, and Tvashta Prajapati molded it into a weapon which is called Vajrayudha. With the help of Vajrayudha, Indra killed Vrittasura. And this is one aspect. So here a great war was fought with Indra and by Indra with Vrittasura, and Vrittasura could be defeated. All asuras ran helter shelter, and they took refuge in ocean waters. And again, Kalake has that one more story is there, which we are not discussing anyway. And this is the story of Dadichi. The second story which I am going to tell is Shibi Chakravarti. Shibi Chakravarti, everybody knows this story also. Here what he did, he was a king, he was a Kshatriya. Sharanagata Vatsalata was his more quality, trait. His trait was Sharanagata Vatsalata. Then on one occasion, he was giving dhanam to anybody who is going to ask for him. In that situation, Indra and Agni Deva wanted to test him. Indra came in the form of a falcon or eagle, whatever it may be. That is immaterial. And Agni Deva came in the form of a pigeon. And the falcon was chasing the pigeon. Pigeon came running to the shelter of Shibi Chakravarti. Shibi Chakravarti gave it Abhayadanam. Abhayadanam means, yes, I am going to protect you because you are in trouble. What is your trouble? Tell me like that. It tells one falcon is chasing me. It wanted to kill me. Please protect my life. So Shibi Chakravarti thought for a while. Immediately he said, yes, I am giving you protection. No problem. By the time the falcon came there, it was asking you, Maharaja, what are you doing? You know the rhythm of the society. Pigeons are the food for, you are protecting my food, which is not correct. You please leave it. Because if that is not there, I will die. Leave it like that. Then the king tells, no, falcon, you are mistaking me. What I am protecting this falcon, this pigeon, and I will protect it. What you want is only mamsam. That mamsam I am going to give it to you. What is the problem for you? You tell me any bird. That bird's flesh I am going to give it to you. Or you want any animal's flesh, I will give it to you. Whatever you want, whichever amount of flesh you want, I am going to give you. Then falcon was telling, no, king, it is not like that. You know, then one Vedic dictum, because it will be telling, it will be invoking a Vedic sentence, that is kapotan svenaha kapotan khadayanti iti shruti pramanaha, like that it is there. Which means that kapotas are the food for these falcons. Like that, Shruti Pramana is there. Veda is telling like that. Do you want to violate the Vedic dictum? Like that it asks. Then Shiva Chakravarti told, yes, Vedic dictum I also know it. Shvenaha kapotan khadayanti iti shruti pramanaha, that I know. But still, Saranagata Vatsalata is a core principle of a Kshatriya. Kshatat trayate iti Kshatriya. Like that people, the definition of Kshatriya is like that. A person is in trouble, danger, and if he is going to come to you and give a request stating that, please protect me. In that situation, it is the duty of Kshatriya to protect it. It is Swadharma. That is also there in Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna very emphatically, very frequently, he will be telling that Swadharma is more important. Whichever duty that has been assigned for that particular Varna, particular Ashrama, that you need to follow. So I am following that principle. Sharanagata Vatsalata is my principle. I don't want to deviate from that principle. So I want to protect it. Even though I know that it is the food of this eagle is pigeon. So then I don't want to give it to you. Then it was telling in a different way. Say, if you don't give, what will happen? I will die. If I am going to die, my family people will be dying. Everybody will die. If everybody will die, the sin will be coming to you. Then Shiva Chakravarti tells, let the sin come to me, no problem. I am going to give you something in the place of this Kapota's mamsa. I am going to give you flesh of Kapota mamsa. Instead of this, I am going to give you any other thing. I want to, my intention is to save you also. But by virtue of this, and if you are not accepting this, and if you are dying, the sin will not come to me, because I am following my Swadharma. When you are doing Swadharma, and by virtue of doing that Swadharma, something is going to happen, the sin will not get attached to me. Like that he was arguing. In that situation, the Kapota asks, if you love this Kapota so much, this pigeon so much, I don't want the flesh of any other thing, but I want the flesh of your body only. Will you give it to me? Then he was so much pleased. You have given me an opportunity to do a favor for you. Yes, this I can give you. Whatever this, I immediately took out his dagger, and he sat. Kapota was asked to sit in one place in the balance, and he started cutting his own body, cut into pieces and put it in other side. It was not going. Whatever amount of flesh he is going to keep there, what is happening is that the weight of kapota is still like that only, and whatever amount of flesh is given, the balance is not coming down. Then sensing all this is Shiva Chakravarti throughout the dagger. He went there and sat there only. He himself sat there. When he himself sat there, immediately the kapota disappeared. That falcon disappeared. Indra and Agnideva came. They told, then your Kirti is eternal, like that. They praised him and they went out. And this is the story of Shiva Chakravarti. Then coming to Karna, this story is actually a little elaboration also I would like to do, because instead of telling in a nutshell, I would like to tell Karna's story, a little background also I will be telling. Pandavas were in exile, everybody knows, for 12 years they were there in Vanavasa, 1 year in Agnatavasa, and now they came out. When they came out, and then they sent Sri Krishna Paramatma to the court of Duryodhana for negotiations. The negotiations failed. When the negotiations failed, the imminent war is arriving at. That was the background. When the imminent, everybody knows that the war is going to happen, and this was a situation. In that particular situation, this Indra was hatching a plan. He wanted to do some favor to the Pandavas, because Arjuna was his own son. So he thought that let me try with Karna, and let me take out his armor, that is called Kavacha Kundalas. I would like to take out. That is, he was hatching that plan, and that plan, he hatched this plan, and immediately Surya come to know that Indra was having this plan. So immediately Surya sensed what is going to happen to Karna, and then one day he appeared before Karna in his dreams. Normally in films and other places, it will be shown as Karna was praying, and when Karna was praying, Surya appeared there. Like that, Surya was talking, not like that. Surya never appeared before Karna, and he only came in his dreams. He came in his dreams and he was telling that to Karna, I am Surya. He never tells that he is the father of Karna also. I wanted to, because I am having a special interest towards you. I am a special love towards you. Because of this reason, I wanted to do some favor for you. That is the reason I came here. So what is the favor? Then he also prayed for this God. And then Surya was telling, see my dear boy, Indra is trying to deceive you. You wanted to come here and take out your kavacha and kundala. But as long as this kavacham is there with you, this armor, protecting armor is there with you, nobody nobody can kill you. But if this is taken out, you will be killed in the warfare. So because of this reason, if Indra is going to come in the guise of a Brahmin, don't give it to Indra. Everybody knows the story. And don't give it. If it is lost, you can count your death. The day when you are going to give it, and the day only it starts count the clock will start clicking for your death. Like that, he tells. Karna was astonished. He was profusely thanked Lord Surya for his benevolent advice and all these things. But he was having one vratam. Karna was having one vratam. The vratam is that if anybody is going to ask anything with him, he is going to give it to him. That was his vratam. And second thing is that Karna is also interested in his yashas. Yashas means kirti. Kirti means his fame, name and all these things should prevail in this world for all the time. For that, he will be telling us, Swami, what I can do. I have a vratam. The vratam is that I will be giving anything that is being asked by any person. Because of this reason, I am going to give it. Why I have taken up this vratam? Because I wanted to have kirti in this world as a whole, as long as this world is going to exist. That is why I am giving. Then you will be telling one shloka. The shloka I will be telling you. दास्यामि विबुधश्रेष्ठ कुण्डले वर्मचोत्तमं न मे कीर्तिः प्रणश्येत त्रिषु लोकेषु विश्रुता. If Devendra is going to come to me, I am going to give this Kavacha Kundalas, because in the three lokas, my name and fame should not get destroyed. This is what he tells. Then he was also telling, name and fame is more important, because Ayam Puranaha Shlokehi Swayam Gito Vibhavaso Dhatra Lokeshwara Yatha Kirtirayu Narasana Yatha Kirtirayu Narasya, which means that the Brahmadeva himself has told long back that Yashas is the very purpose of life. Yashas is the life of a person. Kirti is the life. Kirti, as whatever Kirti you are going to attain in this world, that itself is your Ayush. Other Ayush is immaterial. Like that, Bhagavan, Brahmadeva has told. Because of this reason, I don't want to lose my fame and name. Because of this reason, if the Indra is going to come and ask me, I am going to give this one, my Kavacha Kundalas, whatever he has, I am going to give. This is my principle. Then Surya will be advising Karna, what foolish thing you are telling? You are actually depending upon your strength only. Duryodhana is coming to your war, and he is waging a war because he believes that you can kill entire Pandavas. But now, if you lose your armor, you are doing disfavor to your boss, which is not correct. Second thing is that you are telling about the name and fame. Then he will be telling, Surya will be telling, what do you do with fame when the body is concised to flames? So, when the body is concised to flames and turned to ashes, what are you going to do with it? For the dead, What is a fame? What is a fame is required? It is as good as putting a garland on the dead man's body. Fame is also like that. As long as you are living and fame is there, you will enjoy it. Once you are dead, what is the fame that you are going to enjoy? Nothing is there. Since you are my ardent devotee, you are my devotee, I am telling all these useful words. But Karna was stubborn. He was telling that I am that my principal Vratam is there. Because of this reason, I don't want to deviate from that rule. If Indra comes and does, I'll be giving my Kavachakundalas like that. Because Yashasvi is more important for me. And also I am having this Vratam. Then Surya discloses there is a divine secret behind all this divine plan for doing all these things. Because of this reason, repeatedly I am telling it. Anyway, if you are even you are not listening to my words, I'll be giving you a piece of advice which at least you follow. Thing is that if Indra comes and does, okay, you give your armor. Tell him that this armor is not useful to you. Still you are asking, I am giving because I am having the vratam. Because of this reason, give something back to me like that. What is what you can ask? You can ask. Surya only will be suggesting. Indra is having Vajra, which he will not give. Anyway, Indra is also having an equivalent weapon called Shakti Bana is there. That Shakti Bana you can ask. It can kill thousands of people at a time and come back to you. That is the power of that Shakti Bana. With that you can kill Arjuna or any other person in the battlefield. You take it. Then Karna agreed for this and Surya disappeared. When Surya disappeared, he opened his eyes and then he was thinking, what is then Surya has appeared in the dreams. Is it correct or not? And looked at Surya. When he looked at Surya, the Surya resplendence came like that, which means that it is reality only. And I realized that it is real, whatever that has come in the dream is real only. Then he was waiting for Indra on that day. As usual, he used to go for bath in the morning into the river, and he was taking the river when he gives that argyam, and when he turns back, whoever that is there and whoever is going to ask whatever thing he is going to give. That was his principal vratam. For half an hour or 1 hour, he used to be there, and then he comes back to his normal routine life. That was his practice for so many years. So on that day also, he gave oblation to Surya, turned back. When he turned back, there is only one Yachaka was there. That one Yachaka was a Brahmin. That one Yachaka, Karna asked, oh, Brahmin, you have come here. What is the thing you wanted to ask from me? Then he was asking, Karna, I wanted to have your Kavacha and Kundala. Karna immediately could sense that he is Indra, but he did not tell like that. Then he was asking Indra, why do you require it anyway? I would like to ask you because anyway you are asking, I am prepared to give. That is a different issue. You take instead of because it is a useless thing for you. It is useful for me and it is useless for you. What do you do with my kavacham? If I remove my kavachams, Sahaja Kavacha Kundala, if I remove and give it to you, there is no use for you. If it is useful, well, that's good only. If it's not useful to you, you cannot wear it also. Because your size and my size may be different. Maybe it's not like that. Anyway, that is not useful to you. When it is not useful to you, what is a requirement for you? No, not required. Instead of that, what I suggest you is that you take jewels, you take lands, you take cows, you take girls. All these wordings are there, please. Whatever that is there, I am going to give it to you. But the Brahmin was persisting. I want only your Kavacha Kundalas. Then Karna smiled at him. Then tell, I know that you are Indra. You have come here. I know it. But you have come here and you are asking. Giving a useless gift to you does not look good, either good to you or either good to me, or either it is good for you or either it is good for me also. It is a useless gift for you. In that situation, because of this reason, still you are insisting that you want only Kavacha Kundalas only. Then because it is actually the dhanam is not great dhanam because when I am giving something which is useful to you, that will be good. I am giving, you are asking something which is not useful to you. Because of that reason I am asking you one boon from you. The boon is that you give your something great astra something. I will be asking a boon. That boon you are going to you give me in exchange of my armor. That particular words are there in Mahabharata. I will be giving my Kavachakundala because it is not going to be helpful for you. You give a boon for me because now I realize that you are Indra. Indra happily agreed. Whatever you ask, I am going to give you, except Vajrayuda. Whatever you ask, I will give you. Then he asks, you are having Shakti Bana, which I know, and you give it to me. Then Indra told one thing, but this Shakti Bana is having lot of powers. If I hurl it towards my enemies, what will happen is that it will kill thousands and thousands of people, and it will come back to my back, come back to me. But when I am going to give it to you, my powers are different and your powers are different. I am a god and you are a normal human being. So my powers, because of my powers are like that, the Shakti Bana will act like that. But if it is given to you, what it will do is that it will kill one person and it will not come back to you, it will come back to me again. Like that he told. And he gave that. Then and Karna told, yes, no problem, because I am having only one enemy in this world. That one enemy is Arjuna. With this, I would like to kill Arjuna, he told. Indra smiled at him because he knew that as long as Arjuna is being protected by Krishna, whatever number of boons that are there, whatever number of boons are not there, Krishna will be having, because he is a god, he will be having his own plans to destroy Karna, how he has to be destroyed. Even if Kavachakundala is there also, he will be having the strength to destroy Kavachakundalas. Like that, he will be devising some new plan. There is no problem for me. Anyway, instead of giving the trouble to Sri Krishna, I have come here like that, he thought in his own mind. Just I am facilitating something to Sri Krishna. Beyond that, nothing I am doing great. Like that, he thought in his own mind. And he told, yes, there is no problem for me. I can give it to you. Shakti Bana, I am going to give it to you. Take this Shakti Bana, he gave it. Then Karna, once he received that Shakti Bana and put it in armor, then what he did was that he cut his own kavacha with his own body, with his own self. And then before cutting, one more thing is also there. He asked Indra, once I cut this entire armor and give it to you, my body, entire body will be in a bad condition. You give a boon that it should be protected back, it should come back to normalcy. That also you like that. Indra agreed for that also. Then he started cutting his own body with his own hands, removed it and gave it to what is called this Indra. Indra took it out. Then he thought that he has done enough. Whatever he wanted to do, he has done it. And then he told Karna, your name and fame will be eternal. So it will be there in this world. He blessed like that and he went out. This is the story of Karna. And the news of Karna was received by Duryodhana and other persons in a bad fashion. And it was received by Pandavas with glee and happiness. That is a different issue anyway. Then how to understand these three stories? That is more important because all the three stories are there. And then for this we need to rely on Bhagavad Gita again. Bhagavad Gita, there are three particular shlokas which they describe which is good dhanam, which is bad dhanam, which is actually sattvika dhanam, which is rajasika dhanam, and which is tamasic dhanam. For that we are having some Bhagavad Gita. I will go back. Bhagavad Gita, it is a 17th chapter. 17th chapter, we come across 17th chapter, 20th, 21st and 22nd shlokas are very important here. Number 1, 20th shloka tells like it. Datavyamiti yaddanam diyate anupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smrutam. This is the Datavyamiti yaddanam diyate anupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smrutam. Which means that broadly the meaning is charity given to a worthy person simply because it is right to give, without consideration of anything in return. These are all important only, please. It has to be given to a worthy person because it is to be given to him. Second thing is that without consideration of anything in return, that is also important. At the proper time, at the proper place, is stated to be in the mode of Sattvika Dharma, Sattvika Dhanam. This is the idea here. 3-4 conditions Bhagavan Krishna is putting here. Worthy person only should be given. Because it is a worthy person means a person who the dhanam is going to be useful for him. That person is a worthy person. Suppose a person comes to your house and he is a great what is called already is a very rich person, and then you give him dhoti, saris and all these things to him and his wife and give him a silver bowl and all these things. That dhanam is not a dhanam at all. Normally we do those type of dhanams in the houses. Because somebody great person is going to come to the house, we give a gift, great gift we are going to give. Because that person is useful for us. You are not supposed to give like that. It should be because the person, once he sees that the dana vastu, that should be very happy. That should give him a lot of happiness which is not there for him. And then he is also not in a position to give back anything to you like that. Those type of person only you have to give. A person, even you are going to give dhanam, the dhanam, the taker of that dhanam should not be in a position to give anything back to you. Anupakarine, that is also there. So without a consideration of anything in return is more important. At the proper time, that is also important. The proper time means the time of giving dhanam is also important. That is more important. Here, what is the time? Time means here that not 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, it is not like that. Time means the particular period, the particular circumstances. How the war is imminent to happen. At that time, Duryodhana actually wanted to start the war because on the strength of Karna only. At that particular period of time, giving dhanam, that we have to consider. So giving dhanam to a improper person, that is called, that we will be discussing here. First initially we will be discussing Sattvika Dhanam, Rajasika Dhanam and Tamasika Dhanam. Then we will be discussing on which way, which place each Dhanam will be fitting. So here Dhatavamiti Yadhanam Diyate Anupakarine Deshe Kale Cha Patre Cha Tadhanam Sattvikam Smrutam. That type of Dhanam is a Sattvika Dhana. Then the second type of second class citizen, we will be telling now like the second class citizen. In USA, if you go, there are green card holders will be there. Green card holders and citizens both are different. Green card holders will not be having the same rights as these persons like that. No, they are a little bit inferior only. Like that here also, Dhanam also a little bit inferior quality Dhanam. That what is that Dhanam? 21st shloka of 17th chapter tells. Yattu pratyupakarartham phalamuddisya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtam taddanam rajasamskrutam. This is Rajasika Dhanam. Rajasika Dhanam is how it will be there. Charity is given with reluctance. Reluctance means reluctance means here it is pariklishtam, with a little difficulty. Because it is what he is telling is that manah klesha, what we can call. Some klesha, somebody is coming and asking you, this person has come this time. I wanted to take food, by this time this man has come. Like that. With manah klesham. In that way, if you are going to give some dhanam, yattu pratyupakarartham. Pratyupakarartham phalam uddisya va punaha. Pratyupakarartham means prati upakarartham. You wanted to take something back from him. Phalam uddisya va punaha. That person whom you are going to give is again you are thinking that if I am going to give this dhanam to him, in future he is going to give something back to me, something of that nature. Phalam uddisya va punaha. Diyate cha pariklishtam. Pariklishtam means with manah klesham. You are going to give this dhanam to that particular person. Because you are not giving him by giving respect to him. You are not giving respect. Okay, this has to be give. Because let us give it. In that way, if you are giving it with something bad in your mind, or not with what we can call humility is not there in you, and we give it with arrogance. You while giving, you wanted to take a photograph, you ask a photographer and take a photo, something of that nature. All these are what we can call Rajasika Danas. And many people will be giving Dhanam nowadays. The Dhanam should be Gupta Dhanam, people tell. Gupta Dhanam means if I am going to give something to you, you should be known to me and to you only. You should not be known to any third person, including your family members. You should not be known. In that way, it should be given. If you are going to give something, turn towards a photographer and take a photo and put it in the Facebook. That is not going to be a Satvika Dhanam. It is a Rajasika Dhanam. You are giving it. Okay, it's fine. But thing is that you are going to give some 5,000 rupees to your temple. Say that what you will be telling that put my name on the board. List of charity persons who have given charity. My name should be there. Whoever that comes to me, look at it and say that this is the thing. If I am going to give some donation to Mantralayam or some other place for Annadanam, on that day somebody should announce today's data is so and so person like that. That is what we can call Rajasika Dhanam. You are doing it, you are spending money, but thing is that what you are doing is that you wanted to advertise it, what is called klesha. That klesha is the diyate pariklishtam phalam uddisya va punaha. All these things will be coming under that category of Rajasika Dhanam. Next one is 18th shloka, 22nd shloka, which says Adeshakale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkrutam avagnatam tat tamasam udahrutam, like that. Then asatkrutam adeshakale means what is it? Adeshakale, the kala is not good, the pradesha is not good in that situation, and then apatrebhya, the person is not worthy to take that dhanam. He is actually not required to take it. He is already having plenty. He is having. Still, you wanted to give something to him. Apatrebhyaha. That is also there. Then asatkrutam. Asatkrutam means you don't have any respect, any iota of respect towards the person whom you are going to give. That is there. Asatkrutam. Avagnatam means the Trunikara Bhava, what we can call. Trunikara Bhava means what is called in what we can call is that with disrespect. This person, okay, like that. Without showing any iota of respect and with contempt, if possible. That is called Tamasika Dana. This type of three danas he is telling. When Krishna is also telling that among all these things, Satvika Dana is more important. Satvika Dana is to be done. Now let us analyze the dana that is given by Shibi Chakravarti and Dadichi and Karna. Dadichi has given it. When he has given it, then the devatas would have given a boon to him, stating that even though the backbone is not there, you can be no problem. One more backbone we are going to give it to you for surviving your life. They could have given the boon. He did not ask it. What is primary objective in his mind is the primary objective in his mind is only one thing. The thing is that it is a loka kalyanam. If it is going to help the society as a whole, why should not I sacrifice my own? It is a great gift for me. It is actually I am not giving the gift. The gods are giving a gift to me. Like that he thought. He is not also thinking that his name and fame, yasha should be there. That is also never he told. No discussion, nothing is there. Because Dadichi case, if we read Dadichi's story, either in Mahabharata or in Ramayana, both places we find that he did not talk back also, to be frank. He just thinks for a while, yes, this is worthy to be given, like that. And he never asked any boon. What he told is that, yes, I am going to give it. Immediately, without asking, yes, you take it, or if you can take it, you can take it. Not this any argument, nothing is there. He is just by virtue of his yoga shakti, he turned himself into ashes, and the bone was remaining there. That was a condition here. Devatas were also not knowing that he was going to. He did like that. He is giving charity at the risk of his life, and he has given like that. He has given it out. Shibi Chakravarti, what he did, he was prepared to, because he wanted to help this Piesian not because of Vratam. Vratam is not there for him. No Vratam that I am going to protect. Not like that. Sharanagata Vatsalata is inbuilt in Kshatriya Swadharma. The Swadharma has to be followed. Swadharma is more important than any other dharma for any person for that matter. That is why maybe Dharma Vyada story we come across the same situation. Dharma Vyada story it comes. Dharma Vyada is a Chandala type of person. He was sitting in one place. Kaushika was asked to go there for learning what is called the nuances of Dharma. He goes there and he will be arguing. What are you doing, man, here? You are doing here, you are selling the meat. Is it not sin like that? He will be asking. You are doing something bad thing, something of that nature. Then he tells, it is my Swadharma which I am doing. Doing Swadharma is always great only. There is a popular story in Ramakrishna Paramhamsa parables, which I would like to tell. Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, he will be telling a story. The story is that there was a sannyasi. The sannyasi was going on one occasion on the side of a river. Then there was a scorpion, big scorpion. The scorpion was about to be submerged in the river. Immediately he thought, he went, rushed there and took out that scorpion with his hand because there is no time. Immediately he saved it, and then immediately the scorpion has bitten him. Scorpion has bitten him immediately has to leave because the scorpion biting is painful for him. He just left it like that. When he left it like that, then again river water came and then it is supposed to be submerged. Immediately he took it out and again he kept it like this. It happened 2 or 3 times. The watchers, people who are going like that, they told, what Swami, what are you doing this foolish thing? What are you doing? This is, it is actually Vishajantu. Vishajantu means it is cruel and animal or insect, whatever it may be. It is a cruel insect. It should not be protected. If you try to protect it, it will be biting you only. Then the sadhu smilingly tells one thing. Thing is that here, it is doing its swadharma. I am doing my swadharma. Because if it is biting is the nature of scorpion, it is biting me. It is not doing anything other than that. It is not doing. What is if I am also doing like that? What is the difference between the scorpion and the sadhu? Sadhu has to do it because it is my swadharma is more important for me. Even if it is biting or not biting, doing favor to me or not doing favor to me, whatever it may be, I have to protect this scorpion because it is my swadharma which I am going to follow. It is a duty of a sadhu to protect it. I am protecting it like that. Similarly, Saranagata Vatsalata is inbuilt in Kshatriya. Kshatriya means Kshatat Trayate iti Kshatriya. Anybody is bitten with difficulty, anybody is in difficulty, and if he is approaching you and saying that please protect me, and he has to protect, that is there. So this is the Swadharma I am following. And one more thing is that it is asking, I am going to compensate you in the form of flesh, which you are not accepting. What I can do? Whatever argument, even the Vedic dictum says that Svena Kapotan Kadayanti iti Shruti Pramanaha, even though if you are telling that, I know that is correct only. I don't deny the authority of Vedas, but Vedic dictum is there, my Saranagata Vatsalata is there. Dharma is on one side, Saranagata Vatsalata Swadharma is on the other side. I want to follow this Paramadharma. Paramadharma is depending upon the two, if I validate, I say I do feel that this Swadharma in this particular case is more important than what is dictated in Vedic dictum. So I don't want to follow that one. So then it suggested, okay, why don't you give it? Then it said, yes, now you have given a favor to me. And now I am not doing any favor to you. You have given me an opportunity to come out of this difficult, what is called the situation, this difficult situation. I can extricate myself from this difficult situation, and now I can do something to you. You have given me a favor like that, he tells, and happily he sits there and he started cutting his body. He never asks, but of course he doesn't know that he is Indra and Agni. Of course he doesn't know. Anyway, he sacrificed everything. Then Indra and Agni appeared and his body came intact, and all these issues are there. Here also he did the Dhanam purely on the basis of Swadharma, and he is not expecting anything back from any person. Anyway, of course he doesn't know it. That is irrelevant. Anyway, in that way he gave it. He did not want name and fame. That is also very important. And Karna. Can Karna's dana, when it comes to Karna Dara, Karna is willing to, his intentions are good. Goodness only he was giving. He was giving charity at the risk of his life. That is more important. Then, because Surya, he knows Indra has come and he is asking Karna to sign his own death warrant. This we have to remember. He is asking a boon by virtue of which Karna's existence itself is at stake. So there is one principle in the scriptures that it is actually not required to give anything at the cost of your life. Your life should be protected first of all. Life should be protected first of all, and then you have to give in. You have to give something to any other person. That is one aspect is there. That also you can ignore. Okay, because I am following some dharma, something like that. If you tell, that is okay. What you are doing here, you are actually doing unworthy person. You are giving the charity. Indra is not a worthy person in this case. Worthy person means the dana vastu, that is called armor, is not useful to Indra. If it is useful to Indra, fine, it is to be given. Dadichi case, his bone is useful to the community as a whole. And in Karna's case, it is not useful also. The armor, Kavacha, is not useful to Indra. When it is not useful to Indra, he could have said, no, I am not going to give it to you. Why he was giving it? He was giving it with two objectives. The objectives, one is name and fame should be there. That is one thing. His objective is name and fame. The second objective of Karna is that is what we can call it is he is going to give it. What is that? Second one, two aspects are there. He is not supposed to give it because he is giving it to an unworthy person. What is he is giving to an unworthy person? One thing. Second thing is that it is by virtue of that he is inviting his own death. Both are there. And the third aspect is that third important aspect of this dhanam is that you cannot give dhanam to a unworthy person at the akala. Akala means the time is not also good because the war is going to happen. The entire war, Duryodhana is feeling that entire war rests on shoulders of Karna. And at that particular period of time, he is disowning his own friend and he is giving this charity. And here, one thing is that if somebody is going, dhanam is there. Dhanam, somebody is going to come and ask you, a terrorist is going to come and ask you a dhanam. Will you give it? Not required to give. Because here in this case, Karna, I assume that Karna is the general of that particular Kaurava Sainya. He is the chief warrior or chief commandant of the army of Kauravas. The chief protector of Kauravas army, whatever it may be, whatever name it may give. And he is, suppose say that you are having the key to the nuclear arsenal. And the nuclear arsenal key is a present day situation. The key to nuclear arsenal is there in the hands of a chief warrior. And then some protect, he is having a vow stating that I am going to give anything, who is going to ask anything, anything. Then somebody is going to come and ask you, please give the key of nuclear arsenal to me. Because I am having a vratam, if I am handing over to this key, what will happen to this country as a whole? Here also Karna's Kavacha itself is the nuclear arsenal for Duryodhana. Because he is depending on the Karna, because he is having that Kavacha Kundalas. Because he will never die. As long as his Kavacha Kundalas are there, he will never die. He is relying his entire strength on Karna. So Karna himself, or Karna's Kavacha Kundala itself is the nuclear arsenal for which the key is with Karna. The key is now handing over to some other person because he wanted to name and fame and he wanted to get some khyati in this world as a whole. This is one thing. The second important aspect, the fourth important aspect is that Karna is giving something and at the same time he is expecting back something from Indra. He is asking, why don't you? Because it is not useful to you. Because of this reason, but there is no connection for it. Because of this reason, you give me something back as a boon. Boon you are not supposed to ask at all if it is a sattvika dhanam. What he is doing is that he is asking something back. But don't rely on films, please. Films normally in Danavira Shurakarna we come across it. Karna will be cutting his armor and he will be giving it. Then Indra actually felt very bad, and then he says, "Oh Karna, I am very much pleased for your Danam. Now I am going to give this Shakti Bana to you," like that, and he gives Shakti Bana. He never gives Shakti Bana on his own. Karna repeatedly asks, "Why don't you give your Shakti Bana and then only give me a bone? Then only I will give my armor." It is quid pro quo arrangement, what we can call. I give something to you and you give something back to me, something of this nature. And this is also there. So this is actually the timing of that Danam is also not good, because timing of the Dana is not favorable for Kauravas. He is the chief warrior upon whom the entire trust is there. The trust is actually disowning the trust of Duryodhana, and he is giving this Danam to this person. You cannot donate for a wrong cause, please. This is more important. You are not supposed to give money to an alcoholic drinker, which he is going to spend it for unworthy purposes, sir. He will be wasting that money. You are not supposed to give Danam. Suppose a person is there and he will be approaching you for Danam very frequently. Because he is approaching Danam, you are having a Vratam. You are not supposed to give it. Vratam is important and Dharma is important. Vratam is for your own sake. Dharma is for the sake of the society as a whole. You have to see the broader picture. Whether Dharma I am supporting or my Vratam I am supporting. If I am going to support my Vratam foolishly, what will happen? At the cost of Dharma, you are doing disservice to the society only. What you suppose an alcoholic person daily will come and ask you, "Today give me 100 rupees." What is the use of giving that 100 rupees? You are knowing that he's going to spend it for bad reasons only, not for the purpose of his family. When he is not spending it his family, why should he give it? So in this way, Karna actually he exposed himself for the entire great risk. He disowned his own friend, number one. Secondly, he has given the nuclear arsenal key to a terrorist or whoever it may be. In that case, in that bad fashion, we should not call Indra. Anyway, for an unworthy person, he has given it. And it is certainly not a Sattvika Dhanam. Where it will fall then? It will be falling under maybe the inferior quality of Tamasika Dhanam, because he is given at the most Rajasika Dhanam. He was asking something pratyupakarartham. He is asking something favorable to him, and then at the same time, at the time is not good. In that particular situation, when the time is not good, and also the person is not worthy to take the dhanam, and also he is expecting something back from some other particular person, for which objective? To protect his vratam, not for dharmam. That is also there. And also he is not actually, he is not following is what we can call, he has given a promise to the Duryodhana that my last drop of my blood is for your payment name, and I will be doing it, and I will be killing Arjuna. That also he will be telling. Very frequently he will be announcing in the court that I am the person who is going to kill Arjuna. How can he kill? He cannot be killed. That is a history, please. He wanted Yashas. Yashas is more important. But other two persons, Yashas is not important. They did it and left it like that. Yashas came on its own. But in this case, he was telling very specifically with Surya Deva that I want name and fame. My name and fame should be eternal in the world. So this is the entire frame of our place. This is Sattvika Dhanam, Rajasika Dhanam, and Tamasika Dhanam. Here, the personalities are not important. What is more important is that here, the Dhanam aspect only. Personality, like Karna has done good thing, bad thing, or Karna is great, or this person is great. This is not the issue here. The issues are what is the type of Dana and how different Danas are there in the Mahabharata. And then they will be discussing all these Dhanams. This is the how Karna's Dana can be recognized. This is one thing, please. With this, I think whatever I wanted to tell today, it is over. It will be early. Now 7:35. So 35 minutes, another 25 minutes. Okay, you can ask any questions, because so many questions will be there in Mahabharata. You can ask questions, please. Yesterday also some questions were remaining unanswered. Those also, if somebody wants to ask, you can ask.
ధన్యవాదములండి నాగరాజారావు గారు.
నమస్తే సార్. బలిచక్రవర్తి దానంలో ప్రత్యుపకారార్థం ఏముందండి? రాజస దానం ఎలా అయింది?
అక్కడ ప్రత్యుపకారార్థం ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టెలింగ్ ప్రత్యుపకారార్థం. ఇన్ దట్ కేస్ he is not having any intention to have fame and name. Is it is not no vratam, nothing is involved here. Pratyupakarartham cannot come there. Pratyupakarartham aspect will not come into picture there, because that is Pratyupakarartham is there. He could have asked with Devas, please allow me to live long for longer life. With some other boon you can give it to me. Some boon he could have asked, but he never asked any boon. Pratyupakarartham Shibi Chakravarti it will not come, because Shibi Chakravarti not all aspects I am not telling. Any aspect you can take into consideration, because Shibi Chakravarti case he never aspired for fame, name, nothing is there. He just
అది
gave
కూడా సాత్విక దానమే అవుతుంది కదండి?
it.
అది బలిచక్రవర్తి కేసులో కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో సాత్విక దానం.
Satvika Dhanam, because he has given it for the Swadharma protection. Protection is there. The intention is Swadharma is more important for Kshatriya. That is ordained by Vedas only. Vedas, the scriptures have ordained. Brahmin has to do this quality. Adhyayanam and Adhyapanam are the things that are ordained for Brahmin. And this Saranagata Vatsalata and other things